Yorkshire Voice, I'm Lewis Ortiz. Tough new penalties for drivers caught speeding have come into place today. Motorists caught going too fast can now have to pay a much larger percentage of their weekly wage. So that means if you earn £500 a week and were caught doing it 51 miles an hour in the 30 zone, you would have to pay £750 fine, Abby Bates reports.
The new speeding laws mean that drivers that are caught speeding will now have to pay a certain percentage of their weekly wage. Depending on what you earn will determine how much you pay. Despite the new laws, there is still new technology drivers can use to reduce the risk of fines.
Vehicles themselves are getting safer. I think with the advent of more technology like the speed adaptation that you can get on devices that will actually stick to the speed limits for you, so it identifies what road you're on from your GPS in the car. It knows what the speed limit is, it won't let you exceed the speed limit, things like that. And of course there's other devices in vehicles which make them keep a certain distance away from each other, which again makes it safer. So I think there's a lot of technology that will come in place, and at that point in time, if we're then taking the human element out of the vehicle to some extent, I think that's when it might change. But until then, we just cannot trust the human beings behind the wheel of a car.
The new laws that came into place today are set to force drivers to take the roads more seriously and prevent accidents.
A campaign is underway this week to warn young people about the dangers of drowning after drinking and alcohol near rivers and canals. Leeds City Centre has the highest number of water-related accidents in West Yorkshire. The campaign has been backed by the mother of 20-year-old Megan Roberts, who drowned in the River Ouse in York after a night out. Chelsea Ward reports.
Water Safety Prevention Week is underway. This comes after a string of water drowning-related deaths across West Yorkshire. Emergency services and charities have been demonstrating what to do if you see someone in danger.
We've seen today from the demonstrations that have taken place that the throw lines are very simple to use. They float, they don't disappear under the water, and so even if you're in trouble you can make your way to the throw line and be pulled to the bank. At the same time, emergency crews are on the way from one of our local stations to help you out of the water.
Jackie Roberts knows only too well about the danger of drinking near water. She lost her daughter Megan 3 years ago, who disappeared after a night out. Jackie has since put all her efforts into raising awareness alongside the Royal Life Saving Society.
The university's been more involved with one of the campaigns that we're involved in, which is the Don't Drink and Drown one, because although I don't think they think there is a huge sort of issue in Leeds, but it's something that you are still educating young people about this issue, which can possibly save a life, and they're taking it with them. That sort of information and education. Everything that's happened, everything the university's doing in York, and the York Rescue Boat, the other work that's gone on in York, there is a strong possibility that she would have been more aware of where she was and not ended up in the river.
The event is running in Leeds till Friday with hopes to make people more aware.
The people of Leeds have come together after Russia's treatment of the LGBT community. It is believed that the Chechen police are detaining over 100 suspected gay men in concentration camps and have murdered 3 of them. Alex Pereira reports.
People have rallied together in support of the LGBT community after the brutal treatment by the Chechen police, which saw 100 suspected gay men being detained and put into concentration camps, and at least 3 men have been killed.
The fact that Chechen's statement was that we do not have any gay people shows that they deny the existence of people based on their sexuality and based on love. I think it's very important that we include those voices and fight using our privilege that we can show love in a place where hate is filled.
The subject of LGBT and identity is a taboo subject and further highlights Russia's hostility to the LGBT community.
So we decided to show solidarity with Chechnya and show that young people come together united, regardless of background, culture or religion, can actually advocate for inclusion to fight inequality.
The protest in Leeds was to show their support for the atrocities in Chechnya, but to act as support for the LGBT communities everywhere.
Now, if your idea of a cloud is a big white fluffy thing in the sky, then you might want to get yourself down to the biggest digital festival in the north, which started this week in Leeds. There are 56 different events in 28 different venues where you can find out about everything tech. Our reporter Jess Greenway has been there all day.
The ODI, the Leeds Digital Festival, is happening throughout the week until the 29th of April. The event was set up for organisations to get together, to promote their company and help people to get the job they want. Events vary from virtual reality to coding to job interviews. So if you're interested, come along.
The festival is a perfect opportunity to show organisations your creativity in the digital world.
We've got a real great range of events, from digital music, digital art, right through to proper techie meetups and some big business events as well.
And I think one of the key things we do is promote the overall festival and the city, but also individual events. If people need a bit more, a few more people coming along to we'll tweet out, we'll put Facebook posts out, blog posts. So it's all about just getting that noise about telling people what a great digital city Leeds is.
Fashion designers, photographers and even tattoo artists have joined the festival on the hunt for new employees.
Today's been action-packed with inspirational speakers from around Leeds. If you'd like to visit one of the upcoming events, visit the leedsdigitalfestival.org. Back to studio.
Psychologists are saying that communication is at the heart of child development and can play a huge part in their understanding. Makaton is a language program used to help communication. It's made up of signs and symbols designed to support spoken language. Charlie McNallis reports.
With a moo moo here and a moo moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo.
Baby signing is a form of communication with your baby before he or she has the ability to talk, using extended gestures such as British Sign Language or Makaton. Emily Ingham teaches a signing course each week covering a different topic such as basic needs, bedtime, animals, family and weather.
It helps them speak faster, it helps them communicate better, fewer tantrums, and I find it really, really helpful. It's really popular. It usually sells out before the people on the course can rebook for the next one.
I'm a teacher at nursery school, and I did a little bit of Makaton with a boy with Down syndrome and saw how helpful that was. And when I saw there was a baby signing class, I thought that would be really good and see what it was like for babies and just refresh some of the signs, learn some new ones and just apply it to him and see how that would help him, because I heard it was really good for development and stuff. So that's why we're here today.
The evidence shows that children who sign, hearing children that sign as well, learn to speak faster and have a wider vocabulary, much wider vocabulary, not just like a little bit. Huge vocabulary compared with non-signing children. So it's quite interesting that it's the more the parent puts in, the more you'll get out. So if you're signing to your children all the time, which is quite difficult to do as a non-signing person, but if you sign to your child all the time, a 6-month-old baby can say, "Change my nappy."
She uses props, musical instruments and bubbles to enhance the sessions and to get the babies and toddlers interacting.
In sport, after a 2-0 win at the weekend, Sheffield Wednesday have now won 5 consecutive games and look likely to hold on to their playoff spot. Huddersfield are level with Wednesday after being thrashed 4-1 by Fulham. The Terriers can secure their place in the playoffs with a win against Wolves tomorrow night. And Leeds lost 2-1 to Burton, their second loss in a row. Gary Monk's men remain outside the playoff spot and are now further away from potential promotion. And in the National League, both York City and Guiseley are threatened by relegation and have 1 game left to save their seasons. York sit in the relegation zone and host third-place Forest Green Rovers, whereas Guiseley hosts relegation survivors Solihull Moors. That's all for me. If you want to join in the conversation, follow us on Twitter using @YorkshireV, on Facebook and on our website yorkshirevoice.com. We're back on Wednesday. Have a very good evening.